స్టార్ హాస్పిటల్స్ బంజారా హిల్స్ తో పాటు ఇప్పుడు ఫైనాన్షియల్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ లో కూడా.
What is Illumina? It stands as a distinguished institution in the realms of clinical cosmetology, clinical dermatology, plastic surgery, and reconstructive surgery. And we are equipped with state-of-art equipment, comprehensive consultation in a patient-friendly ambience. State-of-art facilities toti మొదలు పెట్టే ఒక అద్భుతమైన ఉద్దేశంతో స్టార్ట్ చేసిన ది ఇల్యూమినా. లాటిన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ నుంచి ఒరిజినేట్ అయిన ఇల్యూమినా అంటే ఏంటి? ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలుగుతారా? ఇల్యూమినా అంటే ఏంటి? యాక్చువల్ మీనింగ్లోకి వెళ్తే ఇల్యూమినేట్ ఆర్ టు లైట్ అప్ అంటారు. ఇట్ ఆన్ అ టాపిక్ గెయినింగ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ అండ్ డెప్త్, మోర్ డీపర్ అవేర్నెస్. సో చాలా యాప్ట్గా, చాలా ఆచితూచి పెట్టిన పేరు అని మనం ఇక్కడ అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. సో ఫర్ దిస్ లాంచ్ వీఆర్ రియలీ ఆనర్డ్ టు హ్యావ్ our guest of honor, Srimati Srividya Reddy Garu, Vice Chairperson CII and G. Pulla Reddy Charity Trust and Narayanama Institute of Technology and Science. As well, Srimati Shilpa Reddy Garu, thank you so much for joining. Mrs. India, fashion designer, entrepreneur, holistic lifestyle influencer, manaki baga parchayam. So alage in the presence of, and I take the pleasure to welcome Dr. Gopichan Mannam Garu, Managing Director, Star Group of Hospitals, and Joint Managing Director, Dr. Ramesh Kudapati Garu. Welcome, sir. So we've been waiting for this launch since many days, and finally it happened, and I take the pleasure to welcome the entire department. And let me take the pleasure to introduce a gentleman. In gurinchi em cheppali, ekkadi nunchi start cheyali ante, with over 30 years of experience in the field of plastic and aesthetic surgery, he is one of the best known plastic surgeons of India. He has successfully performed more than 20,000 procedures. His aesthetic sense and attention to the minutest and details made cosmetic surgery a natural choice for his skills. The బ్రహ్మదేవుడు ఎక్కడ ఉంటాడో మనకు తెలియదు, ఎలా ఉంటారో కూడా తెలియదు. బట్ ఎంతోమందికి అపర బ్రహ్మగా లైఫ్ ఇచ్చి, సంతోషాన్ని ఇచ్చి, చాలా టైమ్స్లో ప్రాసెస్ తెలియక ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలో తెలియనప్పుడు he was there. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the head of the department, Dr. Rajesh Vasu, Senior Consultant, Department of Plastic and Reconstructive Aesthetic Surgery. Welcome you onto the stage, sir. Over to you for the welcome remarks.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Our guest of honor, Srividya Garu, special guest, Shilpa Reddy Garu, our esteemed MD Gopichan Garu, our joint MD Ramesh Garu, faculty members, consultants, colleagues, a real warm welcome and thank you for being a part of this inauguration of Illumina. I can go back almost 9 months ago when I first met my dear friend Ramesh, who was my classmate, and he was talking about setting up a state-of-the-art center with all the equipments, the right set of people to set up the plastic, aesthetic, and the cosmetic wing over here. And yeah, thank you. Am I audible? And that's when the vision took place, and when he started talking about all this, it kind of synced with me. And then I subsequently had an introduction to Gopichan Garu, and with his support, we were able to start this baby working. And Illumina, like Bhargavi just mentioned, is illuminating lives. And this is exactly what we do. We bring about changes in lives in our patients. We transform lives, we enrich lives, and thereby increasing the quality of life for our patients. Now, a little bit of difference about how we are different from the rest is you must have heard about surgeons or physicians working for cancer patients. They have a cancer board, and in a similar way, just like the oncosurgeon, the medical oncologist or the radiation oncologist coming together for the best treatment of patients, similarly, we have patients who come to us for beauty-related problems. And this cannot be taken lightly. They're suffering from a lack of self-esteem, and they want the best solutions given for themselves. So we have a cosmetic board at our department where we have the right set of doctors listening to our patients and giving the best possible treatment. So this is what it's all about. And we are very lucky that we have the top management in the form of Gopichand Garu, in the form of Ramesh Garu, practicing cardiothoracic surgeons, practicing cardiologists, who can understand what the requirements of the doctors are, not only for us, but for all the consultants across the spectrum in our hospital. So readily when we ask for something which is good for our patients, it is granted. So there's nothing that a cosmetic surgeon, nothing that a plastic surgeon wants, and it is not there in our department. So I give a big applause for our top management for having created this wonderful baby called Illumina, and we are just about to kickstart this baby, and hopefully we'll run it to the best of ways in the visions of our MD. Now we have some core sets of principles which we have based our working in the hospital, and one of this is empathy and dignity for our patients. So when I talk about these two things, it is only when we give them a dignified way of life, it's only when we empathize, listen to them, talk to our patients, that we can actually assess their requirements. So I'll give you a small anecdote. A young girl in her probably less than 20s, she had asymmetric breasts, and the poor girl, she carried the asymmetric breasts. One was heavy, the other one was underdeveloped, and she carried it silently. She suffered silently for almost 3 to 4 years, right from her pivotal age, not able to reveal anything even to her mother. Much later, to the notice of the mother noticed it and got her to us. And that's when we actually sat with the girl, listening to her agony, the trauma she went through, and we clearly knew that she was having an issue with her breast, and that's when we offered her the symmetrizing surgery for her. Subsequently, after the surgery, everything went very fine. She now works for a multinational company, and she is happily married. And this is what we envisage for our patients. And when it comes to the other aspects where we can talk about the privacy for our patients, we have left no stone unturned in our setup, and our guest of honor actually saw the setup, and anybody, it can be anybody who wants privacy, wants to talk to us privately and want to tell about their concerns. We have those spaces created at the department, and privacy is a must. Now, you'll often see our film stars, our celebrities actually going to other cities, going to other countries. It's not that we lack surgeons over here. It's not that we don't have the expertise over here. It's just that they like their privacy, and this is exactly what we have provided at Illumina for all these special sets of patients. And not only these sets of patients, everybody would want to have privacy, and we respect that. Safety is another paramount core principle that we we must give our patients. Now, you all will agree with me that all these procedures are elective procedures, and they need not rush into these procedures. So, I tell this to all the patients that this is like an airlines industry where the flight has to take off and land without any accidents, without any problems. So the healthcare industry is also like this. We have to catch up with the airlines industry and make the environment absolutely as safe as possible for them to go through this journey of whatever. And because of the hospital setting, we have a host of doctors, be it physicians, be it anesthetists, critical care people, cardiologists, who are actually on the beck and call of our patients. And whenever the patients require their valuable expertise, they come in, they pitch in, and they give their opinions. And if at the end of this consultation, a patient is deemed fit, yes, by all means, we operate these patients. But if somebody who is unfit, we tell them that it's a red flag and they're at risk, and we gracefully not operate such patients. So telling no to our patients is actually a big thing in today's competitive world, and that's a huge thing which we at Star actually follow. Now, the other thing is the last core principle which I've incorporated into our working is commitment to excellence. Just as I'm talking to you all, addressing you all for the inaugural function, our colleague, she's in Singapore. She's attending her World Congress of Microvascular Surgeons. She's presenting a paper. So that goes to show that we are constantly striving towards excellence, constantly wanting to achieve something. So it's only when we have this inclination towards perfection, towards research, towards presenting in conferences that the level of care can actually be much, much better for our patients. So the core principles are always to have empathy, to assure dignity, to assure them privacy, and keeping the other things in mind. I'm sure with Dr. Gobichand's, Dr. Ramesh's vision of making this the best, not only in Hyderabad, in the years to come or in the months to come, that we want to be the best possible unit across the country. Thank you so much.
Dr. Dharani, she's a consultant, Department of Plastic, Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgery. With over 10 years of experience, Dr. Dharani is one of the youngest and boldest plastic surgeons in India, trained in the best of institutes across the country, and she has a natural flair for reconstructive and aesthetic surgery. And Dr. Sindhura Kambampati, Senior Consultant and Head Dermatology. Dr. Sindhura, with 10 years of experience, excels in advanced skincare treatments and brings innovative solutions. Guys, please give them a huge round of applause. And Illumina today. So I'd like to ask Dr. Rajesh Vasu. We know a lot of cosmetic stuff takes place at Illumina. So could you elaborate a little more about what are all the services Illumina provides and that we can avail?
Yeah, I mean, I think plastic surgery is such a vast field. For the common man, the moment we say plastic surgery, everybody links it to beautification surgery. Am I audible? They link it to beautification surgery, but unfortunately, it's not only about beautification. It's also about reconstructing the form, reconstructing a lost part, reconstructing the structure which has been involved or lost in accidents, in burns, in post-cancer surgeries, following maxillofacial injuries. So there's a whole subset of specialties which we cater to as plastic surgeons. So the broad term is plastic surgery. Yes, everything you will be knowing about aesthetic surgery, because you all know that celebrities keep getting aesthetic surgery. So everybody knows what we do. But we also do a lot of trauma plastic surgery. We do burns, microvascular reconstruction, maxillofacial surgery. We even take up very, very complex wounds, which are very difficult to heal, and we manage these wounds, including the sternal dehiscences, which are so common, not so common, but which are reported post bypass surgeries. So even those we manage.
Yeah, I've seen you with working on diabetic feet and things like that too. So also when we think about aesthetics, the first thing that comes to mind is like lasers. They are so commonly used in these aesthetic centers. And the first thing we could think of is the hair removal lasers. How about any other lasers, or what's new with lasers? What all can you do with that?
Okay, lasers is a huge world by itself, and yeah, laser hair reduction is one such laser where most people would want to get rid of their unwanted hair in all parts of the body. Apart from this, we have lasers which address pigmentary issues in the form of huge pitch NDI lasers. We also have lasers in the form of not exactly a laser, but these are energy-based devices, uh, which is called radio frequency device, where you can actually address textural problems in the skin, where you can improve the quality of skin, where you can give a little bit of a tightening effect, thereby reducing the wrinkles, thereby reducing the fine scars. You also have a lot of people have the scarring issues. So you have the fractional CO2 laser. So not all times patients can be candidates for surgery. So these patients can come and they want something which is non-surgical. We give them multiple sessions of fractional CO2 therapy, thereby flattening the scars, making the scars more lightened, and making them less visible. And apart from this, we also have you must have heard about the facials, which are the hydrofacials, which help in rejuvenating, help in replenishing the top layers of the skin, and of course adding to the to the beauty. And other thing which is an energy based device is a high intensity focused ultrasound, which is actually delivering heat energy to the skin, and this kind of firms up the skin. It helps in reducing the localized fat content and makes the face look slimmer. You're all talking about the V-shaped skins. It's all possible only with these energy devices.
So when they have a pre-existing condition, we need to treat the condition first, make sure that they do not break out into all these conditions where we do the laser, and then when it's absolutely safe to do it, that's when we go ahead and do it. There are certain minor conditions are there where even if we do it, it's not an issue. And some people say have photosensitive conditions, like they react badly to light. In them, we can't do it. Some people scar badly. In them, we can't do it. So we have to choose the subject properly, make sure that they don't have a reaction. It's okay if we don't treat them, but we shouldn't harm them. That's our first rule. So that's the thing. We have to first assess completely, and then we take up the patient for any kind of procedure. Not just cosmesis. So we do cosmetic surgeries, which is the crux of Illumina. We help patients build their self-confidence and motivate themselves to carry on their day-to-day activities and be a part of us improving their cosmesis. Apart from that, plastic incorporates a lot of reconstructive work, be it post-traumatic or post-onco reconstruction. We play a major role in reconstructing what is lost. And we also take care of a lot of diabetic wounds, many other gender soft tissue wounds, and can work on these lymphademas also with microsurgeries. And we get to help a lot of babies born with congenital anomalies, be it cleft lip palate or hand anomalies. We have a lot of scope helping these kids uh, retain their normal body image. So plastic is vast, and we can do a lot of work helping patients. Madam, I request you to please join us, Shilpa and Srividya as well. Gopichand sir and Ramesh sir, I request all of you to join. Rajesh Vasugaru and team, request all of you to come onto the stage for the logo launch. Can we have the remote, please? Okay, it's now the technology has come into force. Yes, you got to touch the screen. Yeah, it's about touching the screen. Put your hands on the palm, your palm on the, yes. It'll turn. Don't remove. It'll turn. Yes. It is a magic launch. All right, 3, 2. On that, first of all, I want to thank all the hospital dignitaries who invited me for such a launch. One of the best centers that is going to have a huge impact on many. I have had the chance to go and see the facility and spoke to the experts at length, and I had to change my idea of what plastic surgery was all about. I had a very construed idea, and after they spoke to me as to how many people benefit from what they're doing, I was extremely impressed. And that is what resonated with me, because many of them who face adversities like accidents or some kind of battling cancer, diabetes, most of them don't opt for these surgeries because A, very expensive, and I was super excited when they actually announced that the price points or the services that they offer are priced very competitively, which is a great thing, because it can boost the self-confidence of many in some way who have either distorted their body form or damaged their body form, because it takes a lot for them to live a normal life when they have so much of complexity or trauma as to how they look. So this is brilliant, and with such experts on board, and that too we have this facility in Hyderabad, it's definitely, I can see this as a beacon of hope, blessing and boon for all those people who have faced challenges and who would want to return to living normally with confidence and with high self-esteem. Thank you for making me a part of this amazing launch. And another best part about this place is they have high technology, cutting edge technology, latest technology, and technology that they would be improving regularly, with high protocols when it comes to safety of the patients and hygiene and many other aspects. So a big congratulations to every one of you, and I'm sure this will go leaps and bounds, and I would love to see this spread all across the country and maybe outside the country too. Thank you. We resonate with your cause always. All right, guys, please put your hands together, and that's a detailed explanation about the procedures written in the form of a coffee table book you can just go through. Thank you so much. All right, thank you, madam. Please be seated.
ఇందాక భార్గవి గారు అన్నట్లుగా లక్ష్మీ సరస్వతి దుర్గామాత పార్వతి అనాలా ఏదైనా శిల్పా గారు, శ్రీవిద్య గారు అండ్ సుమతి గారు, ఆల్ త్రీ ఎస్ఎస్, అండ్ ఈచ్ రిప్రజెంటింగ్ power of women. And although all three of them are beautiful, one represents beauty, the other one represents the philanthropy and heart, open heart, and giving so much to the society. And Sumati garu trying to protect both of them. Shakti. And also I want to congratulate and thank you to our team members, all three of them, and of course the people who are not here. For the simple reason that, నేను మొదట ఇది మన రమేష్ గారు మనం ఇలాగా రాజేష్ నా క్లాస్మేట్ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్ వీ వాంట్ టు ట్రై అండ్ లెట్ సీ హౌ వీ కెన్ బ్రింగ్ దట్ యూనో దట్ స్పెషాలిటీ మనకు ఇంతకుముందు లేదు అన్నప్పుడు వెన్ వీ వర్ డిస్కసింగ్ ఇట్ రాజేష్ కేమ్ అప్ విత్ ఎ గ్రేట్ ఐడియా ఆఫ్ టీమ్ వర్క్ and a band of across all the bandwidth is that all types of procedures problems can be handled. My Banjara Hospital plastic surgery is only a small part because majority of it is cardiac work and kidney work and orthopedics work and so on and so forth. When we were envisaging a large cancer work and other specialties, we realized there is so much that a reconstructive work can bring as value to the patients. ఎందువల్లంటే body and mind are together. If your body is either irregular or you don't like your body, basically, image, it's called body image, then it works on your conscious mind and also your presentation into the society. And it gives huge advantage for people who have a lot of confidence on body imaging, and I think all this Illumina represents that to people who have very poor body image. They help so much to give them both body and mind stability. The more important thing is that cancer means cutting out something from the body. మా క్యాన్సర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏదో ఒక పార్ట్ తీసేస్తాం. ఇంతకుముందు బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి అది తీసేసేవాళ్ళు. తర్వాత వాళ్ళు పాపం ఆ లేడీస్ సఫర్ అయ్యేవాళ్ళు. దే వోంట్ కమ్ టు ద సొసైటీ. టుడే ఆల్ ఇన్ వన్, వెన్ యూ టేక్ అవుట్ సంథింగ్ దే రీకన్స్ట్రక్ట్ దేర్ అండ్ దెన్, అండ్ సో పేషెంట్స్ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ విత్ అవర్ బాడీ ఇమేజ్. అఫ్ కోర్స్ డిసీజ్ ఇస్ అ డిఫరెంట్ ఇష్యూ. సో ఇలాగ ఎన్నో మా హార్ట్ సర్జరీకి కొంతమందికి చాలా బ్యాడ్ స్కార్ ఫామ్ అయ్యి ఇంత థిక్ అయిపోతుంది. So that is a great solution is the reconstructive surgery. In fact, I don't like plastic surgery because that doesn't do any justice to the work that these guys are doing. మేము ట్రైనింగ్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు cleft lip and burns are the only plastic surgery మేము చూసింది. Today there is so much. Plus, as Shilpa is representing ban plastic, we should not be talking about plastic surgery. In fact, I hope all of you guys through your associations ban plastic as plastic surgery. It's a reconstructive surgery, or you can cosmetic surgery, whatever you want to do. But I'm proud that this team is with us, and I have no doubt in the coming days they will, with their skills, with their commitment, and with their teamwork, will bring laurels to our star hospitals as a philosophy and as a service delivery. Thank you very much I want to special thanks to our all three guests. Thank you, all of you, for making your time, spending time here. Thank you.
Staff members and the visitors who come to our hospital. ఇప్పుడు మనం వెనక్కి తిరిగి చూస్తే అసలు why this concept of plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery in our hospital అని చూస్తే, as a motto, our hospital, both me and Dr. Gopchand, we thought that we should focus on well-being of an individual, and that should be the motto of our hospital. That's what is our thought. Now when we talk about well-being, it's not just it just doesn't mean physical health which matters. It's a mental, psychological, all these aspects matter, and in that cosmetic and plastic surgery plays a very important role. I'll give you one small example. I'll pull it out. There's a couple which almost went up to a level of divorce. Okay, so when this counseling session used to happen, they found that there's some little abnormal behavior from the husband. So they've sent to my psychiatric colleague, my hospital. So he started counseling both of them. So when you get the rapport and వాళ్ళతోటి అంటే భార్య భర్త ఇద్దరితో కూర్చుని మీ విరాకుల దాకా ఎందుకు వచ్చిందని చూస్తే, హస్బెండ్ డజంట్ సోషలైజ్, బయటికి రావడానికి ఇష్టపడడు. పెళ్ళికి కానీ, ఫంక్షన్లు కానీ, పార్టీలకు కానీ ఇంటి నుండి బయటికి వెళ్ళడానికి ఇష్టపడడు. వైఫ్ వుడ్ లైక్ టు గో అండ్ సోషలైజ్. నౌ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్. నౌ మన సైకాట్రిస్ట్ వెన్ అనలైజెస్ అండ్ సీస్ ఎందుకని ఇష్టపడట్లేదు, దిస్ ఇస్ సంబడి హూస్ ఇన్ హిస్ 30s ఆర్ దిస్ ఇస్ అన్ ఏజ్ వెన్ పీపుల్ షుడ్ గో. వాళ్ళతోటి 3-4 సెషన్లు అయిన తర్వాత దెన్ ఈ కమ్స్ అవుట్. బయట అంటే మా ఆవిడతో పాటు మీ డాక్టర్ అని ఒకసారి ఎవరు అడిగారు, అండ్ దెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ ప్రాబ్లమ్ దేర్. అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ ద సబ్ కాన్షియస్ ప్రాబ్లం. అండ్ దిస్ సబ్ కాన్షియస్ ప్రాబ్లం ఏమవుతుందంటే బయటకు వెళ్ళడానికి ఇష్టపడరు, అండ్ దాంతో కోపం, డిఫరెన్సెస్, ఇట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ కేమ్ అప్ టు ద లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ డైవర్స్. ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్లో మన సైకాట్రిస్ట్, అరే బాబు నీ చిన్న ప్రాబ్లము, అండ్ ఈ సెండ్ దట్ కేస్ టు రాజేష్. ఓకే, hair transplant, little bit of belly, this thing, little bit of laser on this. He started looking like a hero. 6 months lo mottam the whole problem sorted out. What would have otherwise ended up as a divorce has resulted in a happy marriage, and they're doing very well. And this is just one of the examples for why a cosmetic or a reconstructive surgery is so important, because it adds so much confidence to people, and that's what contributes to the well-being of an individual, and that is also an important part of health. So that's we have envisaged, and fortunately Rajesh Vasu is my classmate from school, and I know his talent. He's done from All India Institute. We both are classmates in Jipmar. So he did from All India Institute, and he's one of the top plastic surgeons, and I've seen him doing magic work. I've seen people యాక్సిడెంట్స్లో క్రష్ ఇంజరీస్, కాళ్ళు నలిగిపోయి వేళ్ళు తెగిపోయి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళని అలా ఇంటికి పంపించి టోటలీ నార్మల్ తీసుకొచ్చిన కేసులు ఎన్నో ఉన్నాయి. బర్న్ మొత్తం ఫేస్ డిస్ఫిగర్ అయితే వాళ్ళందరినీ తీసుకొచ్చి అసలు నార్మల్గా తీసుకురావడం అనేది ఐ కెన్ సే ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎ మెజిషియన్. ఐ సీన్ మన మమ్మీ సినిమాలో ఫేస్ లాగా అయిపోయిన వాళ్ళని కూడా ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ చేసిన కేసులు ఎన్నో ఉన్నాయి. యూ కెన్ షో యూ దిస్ థింగ్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ when we're talking about aesthetic or plastics or reconstructive surgery. That's the concept, and this is a very important part of individuals' health and well-being. And we're very glad that we have one of the best plastic surgery departments in the country. And I wish all the best to my plastic surgery colleagues and dermatology colleagues, that they achieve much more laurels. We already have a lot of people coming from all over the world. People coming from Middle East, people coming from US, people from Europe, because their cosmetic surgeries are very, very expensive. And they come here and they're very, very happy. A lot of testimonials and laurels for Vasu. All the best, Vasu, and all the best to all my plastic surgery team. Thank you very much.
Srimati Srividya Reddy garu, request you to please come up and address the gathering. Such a privilege, I must say, to be among reputed doctors of Star Hospitals. Dr. Gopi Chand, Dr. Ramesh Garu, Dr. Rajesh. So I'm an engineer by qualification, and I'm into education by profession. But I should say that being a doctor is a missed opportunity for me. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor. But after I went through your facility today, after I've seen your equipment, I should say there is not much difference between we engineers and you doctors. Because at the end of the day, I think it boils down to solving a problem, thinking creatively, and making world a better place. On that note, I want to congratulate the whole team of Star and Illumina for their new initiative. And really inspiring and exciting to go through your facility, especially knowing that you are working towards treating patients who have complicated problems or who need to undergo surgeries because they've been in accidents or because of their birth defects or any of those sensitive, issues other than beautification. And of course, it was very inspiring to also listen that there is a board and it is constituted in order to ensure that ethical practices are being followed. Very nice, all these things. So all the very best to you. On that note, I've also heard recently that all the doctors around the world are working towards longevity. Right? There's so much talk on longevity, and there's so much talk on increasing the lifespan of a person to 120 years, 130 years. If really that happens, then everyone needs a second chance on their career, everyone needs a second chance on their marriage, everyone needs a second chance on life. And if you can give that chance, and if you can eliminate those barriers that somebody has in order to pursue their dream, then yeah, you're making people's dream come true. All the very best for that, and congratulations once again to the whole team.
I should first congratulate Dr. Kopichand and Dr. Ramesh, because the name itself is so scintillating. Illumina, the way it is chosen, yes, I think it's going to make a difference for Hyderabad city, for both the Telugu states and of course for the country. On a note, congratulating the entire team, Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Dharani, Dr. Bala, and one more doctor. Yes, the entire team. Yeah, I came at the right time that I could listen to you. And I was handed over e-brochure also, I think couple of days ago, when the need why I can be here was explained by giving a brochure also, and explained about what's being done here. I will tell an experience of my own cousin who's an American citizen who suffered from breast cancer. And ఎంత పార్టీ చేస్తుందంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఎవ్రీ డే షీల్ బి అవుట్. అండ్ ద మొమెంట్ షీ న్యూ దట్ షీ హ్యాడ్ అ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్, the only thing she wanted is she wanted her one of the breasts to be normal, very normal. And of course it was such a trauma for almost a year. And she used to put every day the videos and all that, and at the end of the day, after 2 years, they had to remove and of course retransplant. And now she's so happy. I know the power a woman gets when the body becomes very normal and what it looks like her own. So that kind of offering, I think, is being done here for every human, whoever wants to look the way they want to. And the way I want to, whatever is my inner strength, it in fact depicts when I feel confident about my own body first. And of course later with the body, the thoughts get generated so very much, which are equivalent to what I think. And of course those two will make me definitely look towards the knowledge which I want to gain. So a doctor who has lot of knowledge need not be confident. At the same time, a very beautiful woman need not be confident. Both couple, when I feel that my inner urges are similar to what I look at, so that we should all be happy for ourselves that science is offering this now and the technology is offering. We are in the gig world and we know that yes, everything is possible. Not just as Srividya said, longevity. Now the gene which makes us look young forever, I think, is found out, and they're working very seriously on it also. So first of all, Hyderabad lo ilanti oka facility raavadam, adi kuda almost in the heart of the city. And as Dr. Gopichand said that మాకు టీమ్ వర్క్ ఉంది, నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది, అండ్ కంపాషన్ కూడా ఉంది. And these three elements combined and making a team work on these three elements, I think, is going to make a fantastic difference, not just for the patients who walk in, or for the people who want some kind of advice, changes. Other than this also, that there is such a facility creates a kind of change in the way we think, change in the way the city thinks as such, and the way we offer service will actually make a difference for the people who come for all other services what the hospital offers also. Probably it is going to add a decorative, I should say, piece to you for all the other services which you are going to offer also. And we also know one big thing what I think hospital would have considered is, now we are very young country, in fact the youngest, and we have only millennials and Gen Z around us. they always want some change in their body. Right from the age of 6, they want a change. They talk only about lips, they want about eyes, they talk about so many things. And we are a lost race in that, but I think it is going to serve more the youngest generation who wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to get projected by themselves. Though the goals are same, but everybody wants to look different to achieve that goal. So I think your team will address that to a great extent. And I should say, me being called here as a police officer is definitely an apt. I'm thankful for it. And yes, you have inadvertently shown that yes, you are offering Lakshmi, you are offering Saraswati, and you are also offering power to a person who comes out here. And this concept, whoever has designed, in fact, it suits to Illumina to make you illuminate much more. And I once again congratulate the entire team first for bringing up the 3 objectives, as Dr. Gopichand said. And not only what Dr. Ramesh has said about one couple, we have couple of such things which are coming to us. I don't know, I can say that on an average, for example, every day, coming to that particular issue, domestic abuse issues, most domestic issues between the spouses are because of this. It's no more a dowry. It's about non-adjustment because various things which can be solved by looking good to a great extent, because people want to remain young for more number of days. It is so natural. I don't think it is very selfish a reason to look like that. And when science is offering, yes, everybody should utilize it. And we can make families also much more happy is what I feel through this. Thank you for this, and once again, congratulations to the entire team who are here, the hospital staff and everybody else. Maybe a year down the lane, you have to come up with the figures, how promising it is for various competitors of yours. Thank you once again. Congratulations. When we had been to Gandhi Hospital, there was no skin bank. In fact, we don't have a skin bank, no policy also to have a skin bank, but it has come very recently, just 2 years ago. I think hospitals like you who have started this particular section should also look into how you can contribute or take from the bank to see that it can work on either ways for the government and also for the hospitals. Srividya Garu, request you to please.
Gratitude and thanks to all our attendees, our media friends, our chief guest Sumati Garu, our special guest Shilpa Garu, and our guest of honor Srividya Garu, our lovely MC Bhargavi Garu for conducting so wonderfully, and to all our staff and everyone behind this event for making this a resounding success. So together today we are embarking on this journey of illuminating lives aesthetically as well as holistically, and I hope we reach the epitome of success as soon as possible, and we request all your support for that. Thank you.